Hey, Dorada, how you doing? I've got your work over here. I just wanted to go through this really quick. Animations, you're still playing with the animations. We'll talk about that. I have no clue what I'm doing for the publication design piece. I put together the best I could for the research I did since I had not taken the class that this assignment was from. How about this would be greatly appreciated? Of course, absolutely. Cited page, having some problems in placing my original citation. Sorry, the website I included in the first one ever. The website I included is the first one I ever did, and it is not a responsive site. I did not have some other website. Okay, that's really, I'll tell you what, just reading your concerns here is just really shows me that your foresight here is actually remarkable, and I think that you're really considering things that are very valid. And showing a non-responsive site is one of them. So how do we combat that? Well, it's reasonable to assume that when you leave this class, the portfolio you have is not going to be your final portfolio that you're going to basically hit the street with. It's going to need some further attention to detail. And that is basically, Dorado, why we spend so much time on the written portion of this class. Is because we're teaching you how to do a portfolio, not directing you in making a portfolio. I mean, we could take this 6 weeks, look at all your work, and the instructors could say, okay, do this, 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 and this, and there's a real good chance that you'll come out of it with something that you could maybe even consider interviewing with. But that's not the case here. It's teach a man to fish, and that's basically what we're doing here. So you're right in assuming that a lot of the work is going to be improved upon or edited further after this class ends. I teach portfolio class a lot. I've been teaching portfolio classes for many, many years, ranging from 5-week classes to 11-week classes, 12-week classes, 16-week classes in some cases. And it's very, very, very rare that a student comes out ready to hit the street with the portfolio. Always requires additional work on the student's part. That's why we get you to learn as much as you can while we're together, so that you can take that information moving forward. Okay, enough on that. Let's look at your work, shall we? Okay, I want to get rid of that. That was Elizabeth's work. And that's nothing that is not shared in a public forum, so I don't think I infringed on anyone there. Let's take a look at your work. I've got it up right here. Let's go. All right, let's go. Website. Okay, Heartland Wrestling Club. Okay, first thing I notice is that this logo here is smaller than the rest. I wonder why that is. It definitely, yeah, it's not an illusion. I am definitely seeing this as being smaller. Actually, the whole page, it might just be the way you have cropped that page. That's fine too. Does this website work? Okay, there's your, come on. Okay, for some reason, document is trying to connect. I'm saying allow, but it's not opening. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. Maybe we could try to. I don't know. I mean, you're seeing it right here. It's not linking out. So let's definitely take a look at that. As far as non-responsiveness goes, this is enough to show in your portfolio. I mean, you're showing 4 pages deep. You got the site. I mean, in due time, you'll change this to a responsive site, definitely. And that's such a good concern. Good job. Let me get over here to your animation. Okay, so this would be a web animation. Let's take a look. Okay, again, I'm gonna hold on a sec. I'm gonna investigate. Hold on one second. So yeah, I just took that whole URL and I placed it in a new window, and you can see what it's saying. So let's try the same thing with your banners. Let's go open a new window. Let's place that up there in the address bar. Let's hit enter. Let's see. Right now it's not finding those files. So you can actually embed your animations right in here. Did you know that? Now, what would this piece be called? Is this a web banner, or I'm not sure, animation? I'm not sure. We need to call this something, self-introduction. I'm not sure how this would fit or how this would work, but I definitely would like to see that that active um, that active banner. Okay, moving on. What do we have here? We have digital media, Kinetic, typography, sale. I'm not seeing anything here. Okay, so again, another static image. Okay, so you got your die cut for your, this is great. I love that you're showing the basic die cut. This is so, you're a smart designer, Dorada. You are. I've been telling students, and I teach packaging class for the last 10 years, and I've been telling students, always include a copy of your die line, a blank die line. Then what I would do is I would show the die line with the graphics as exactly as you've done, and this is very, very smart. You're showing the fold line. You can just show fold lines. You don't have to show mountains or valleys. Just show fold lines and cut lines, and you'll be fine. This is smart that you're showing no ink being applied to the areas that aren't seen, and that's going to show your employer that you understand that by applying ink to the entire die line, you could quite feasibly cost this company hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout the life duration of the product. So that's very smart. I think that's very smart. Let's go ahead and take a look at the, okay, so we have the labels themselves, but we have we have the little line that's bleeding right off the side of the labels on all cases here. I'm wondering if that's part of the, it doesn't look like it seemed to be, it's part of the design. So those will have to be cleaned up and right in here in Illustrator. I think they look great though. Okay, and then your mouth, that's a good shot right there. That's a darn good shot. I mean, the angle, they're filled, darn. I wonder if you can maybe Photoshop that. These have got to be filled to the identical level on each bottle. So I wonder if you could just tweak a little bit of that and Photoshop it and maybe fill that bottle a little bit more. These look pretty good, but fantastic shot. The background, the soft shadows, good job. These are also very, very good shots. One thing I recommend is not showing bottles straight on like this. It's boring and it's just really mundane. As we can clearly see, this is much more dynamic than this. As we can clearly see, this is much more dynamic than this. Remember that in the future for product shots. Angle, showing on an angle is always preferential. I would also consider including a little bit more of that background. Right now, your bottles are just right up to the edge of those photos. So think about that. Publication design. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to just Command R this real quick. We got 11. Got 11 up to 5.5. Let's draw a guideline at 5.5. See how we fall. Right now you have, I'm not real sure what this is. This is your publication design, but it's only one page. Publication, I'm gonna give you a link, okay? You're a good designer, you're a quick designer. I'm gonna give you a link on how to design a multi-page. Now you should be able to do it relatively quickly, but right now you just have, I don't even know what this is. It's an interior spread. Oh, I see what this is. This is an interior spread. Outstanding, we can work with this. A couple of comments, follow your grid. You've got one column here, you've got two columns here. Your type columns. I would go, I think this is too long. Your character count's too long here. I would also pull this tagline a little bit closer to the headline just to make sure that the viewer knows it's connected with Norway and not with the type itself. Okay, try a drop cap right here. That'll really liven up that area of the page. And then watch your baseline alignment. Right now, that text right there might be better off. I don't know. You just this kind of just sitting in here in the middle of nowhere. So think about maybe working with that type right there, just to do something with that. Maybe add from type from here down here, so we can get that baseline right around there, so we can equal those baselines. That'll really even out the mathematics of the page. Okay, so all you need to do here is to do this. Okay, let's say this is a travel magazine. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to go over and I'm just going to open Safari and I'm going to say, you guessed it, travel magazine. And, oh gosh, what is going on? All right, so there we go. So that it would be so easy for you to create a travel magazine. I mean, you could even use one of these as your model. So you create that travel magazine, and then we can just, yes, and yes, visual research. I do not mind this at all. I'm just going to go table of contents, design ideas. Okay, and I'll just Google that, and I'll come over here, and we'll take a look at table of contents, go to the images, and we'll take a look at some ideas on table of contents design pages. So you can maybe look at these and see if you'll draw some inspiration that will adhere and correspond to your original design and your original intent of the magazine. Okay, so that should, and that's a really easy design job right there, Dorada. That the heavy lifting is done. I mean, you're looking good. These we got to get these so I can see these in digital format. Let me see what you have included over here. Okay, hang on one second. Okay, yeah, I was looking for another file, but there's not. There's just that PDF. So those electronic files, I think, especially those banners and the animated stuff. Quick Google tutorial, find out how to embed multimedia into a PDF. Specifically, how to embed an animated banner into PDF. And that should help you tremendously. All right, so I hope I covered everything that you wanted me to. I think I did, but if I didn't, I'm right here. And I'm really good about getting back to you guys pretty much immediately. So if you have any questions, give me a holler. All right, thank you very much.